Hello guys, push the subscribe button and hit that notification bell to get updates. Anyways, we're going to be talking about the Maleah Davis case, the 4-year-old that went missing in Texas. Okay, and so the last known image of Maleah Davis was before she disappeared, May 3rd. She was seen with her stepfather going into their Southwest Houston apartment. Maleah Davis was wearing a pink little tutu. She was cute. Seems like everything's normal if you look at this. But shortly afterwards, the surveillance footage that they go over, they find out that they do not see anything where he walks out of the apartment with Maleah. So surveillance footage captures from April 30th to May 3rd. They only catch after that picture I showed you just a second ago. They only capture Vince walking out of the apartment with a basket and a black plastic bag, bleach, and his son. They do not see him any more pictures with him with Maleah, and this is concerning to police. Not only that, he said that when he was kidnapped, he was dropped off on the side of the road, and that he had to walk to the hospital. And some versions says a woman dropped him off. But surveillance camera at the hospital shown to Brittany Bowens, the mother of the child, shows Vince pulling up to the hospital in the missing Nissan Altima car. And Brittany Bowens confirms that is their Nissan Altima. So, complete lie after lie coming from Vince's mouth. But the problem is, he isn't the only one lying. It seems the mother of the child has been protecting the stepfather or the boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, during the entire relationship. So you have to refer back to the other videos, but I'm just going to give you a quick cap. Maleah Davis had suffered from a recent skull injury back in August. Medical personnel and others suspected that this was abuse, and so the parents had the children taken away for a short period. And in February, the children were allowed to go back home into this environment. The mother of the child denies that the child had been abused. Now her daughter is missing, and when she first come back from Massachusetts, she denied that Vince would do anything to her daughter. But now she's facing surveillance camera. And she admits that with the activist by her side that yes, her daughter was abused and possibly even molested. So the biological father and many other people showed up at the court today protesting that Brittany Bowens, I keep wanting to call her Bowens should have to face charges along with her boyfriend. And this is, I agree with this 100%. A lot of us feel that she should be arrested on neglection charges. We have seen other parents be arrested for way lesser charges under neglect, yet this mother is still walking free. I'm glad to hear that her biological father has come to his senses, because at first he was kind of timid, not sure whether or not to address or push the issue. But he finally come to his senses, and he is starting to fight with everything he has, trying to bring justice for his daughter. And you can't blame him, especially since the April 30 surveillance image shows Darian Vince entered that apartment complex where he lives with the girl. And Maleah is seen, steps behind him. But she is never seen exiting the apartment. Now, even though Vince has been charged with tampering with evidence, and it's related to a human corpse, the child has not been found. And what we're finding out is also they have dropped his bond significantly from $1 million down to $45,000. And some people say that this is a fair move. And if you've kept up with the Andreen McDonald case, you will know that Andre McDonald also, he was arrested for tampering with evidence. He had a high bond, and he fought to get his bond lessened, which happened. And he's out of jail right now. They still haven't found her body. What I'm worried about is we're getting to a place where people are worried about what's fair for the criminal more than they're worried about the victim. Of course, we're in a nation where you are innocent until proven guilty, and that's a good thing, really it is. Because if it wasn't, you could be, like the old days, just given the title guilty and then executed on the spot. What are people talking about with this case? How do people feel about this case? And I can tell you right now, over what I've researched and what I've seen, the majority of the people, and I mean the complete majority of the people, believe that Brittany Bowens should be behind bars for neglect of her child, and that she should be made an example of, and send a message to these parents out there that are with people who abuse their children, that if you stay in that situation, you will be punished. So Brittany Bowen shows up for court today, and she was mobbed by protesters that screamed murderer, justice for Malia. And some people even said, why isn't she locked up? A lot of people believe that, as they watch her walking with that activist, sunglasses on, seems to be oblivious to the reality. People say we need to keep our focus in the right direction, and the most important thing right now is, where is Malia? We need to find her, and that is true. Absolutely, we should be focused on finding Malia, and then take on actions against the Brittany Bowens, the mother who let her daughter down. So hopefully everybody will change their direction of where we're going for now. Focus on finding the little girl firstly, and then deal with the mother who neglected that daughter. She's probably one of the worst mothers on this earth, and I think she's realizing that right now. I'm not saying that to be mean or hateful. I'm saying that so that people realize that as a mother, your job is to protect your child. You are the lioness, the person who is supposed to be there and protect your children. And if you are not there, and you leave your child out in the open without protection, how does that look? It doesn't look good, and that's what Brittany did. So I find it hard to say anything good about her. I can't find anything good to say about her other than at least she admitted finally that, you know, there was abuse in the household. I want to go back to Vince 1 second and say that he has an attorney now. His attorney's name is Tom Burton. And he said he could not comment because he hadn't seen any of the evidence in this case yet. So the attorney representing Vince is right now going over all the evidence and preparing, you know, the defense in the case. Now that Vince has an attorney, we probably won't be hearing much from him anymore, or at all. And the thing is I was hoping that the police, they had the perfect opportunity to interrogate him. I don't know. Police just don't seem to be very good at their jobs like they used to be. I've seen so many cases lately where they've neglected their job and jumped to conclusions without the evidence and proper investigation. And one of those cases was the Kelsey Barrett case. That was a horrible nightmare. That one was. If you don't know that case, you need to refer back to my videos on the Kelsey Barrett and check that out. Because the nurse that's involved with that case, she is basically getting away with murder, guys. And that is because of poor police work. Investigation. In fact, in the Kelsey Barrett case, if it wasn't for Kelsey's family, they might not have found any evidence and clues whatsoever. And I don't have time to go over that on this one because this is the Maleah Davis case, but you need to check that one out, guys. You guys need to be aware of what's going on. We have a shortage in investigations and police, and we have an increase of crime and murders, and that doesn't balance out good for us. Okay, back to the Brittany Bowens, what happened with her in court today, and the fact that she was dealing with protesters. And she still had that activist, which seeks, in my opinion, just to get spotlight. If I was her, I'd get rid of him. But anyways, he's caused more trouble for her than helped. But Brittany Bowens, facing the camera, the mother of the missing 4-year-old, Maleah Davis, was hugged by Tanisha Brown after protesters demanding justice for Malia followed Bowens down the street and confronted her in a parking garage after the court postponed the court appearance for Darian Vince, who was charged with tampering with evidence in the case of Maleah Davis. And so Monday, May 13, 2019 in Houston, Brown, one of the protesters, handed Bowens a poster and said later, quote, "It's like someone failed you, Bowens, and you failed your baby. It's hurtful," end quote. Anyways, guys, I want to remind everybody, the most important thing right at this moment is we need volunteers that are in that area to try to locate and find Maleah Davis. Otherwise, all this protesting, all this investigation time, all of these videos we're making, articles we're writing, is for nothing. So if you're in that area and you're able to volunteer your time, you have a day off, come on, guys, help Malia out here. There's plenty of time to worry about who did what and didn't do what. Right now, the focus should be on the little girl still. I do want to send a message because I know there's somebody out there that's watching this video that's in a similar situation. Guys, look at little Malia here. It's not worth it. You can be strong and you can walk away. If you need help, just reach out. Somebody's out there for you. You don't have to be in an abusive relationship, especially if it's involving your children. It's not fair to them because you are the protector. You are the person that you're their shield. And you are strong enough to stand up and walk away. It isn't easy, but you can do it. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close out for now. Sorry, I don't have a whole lot of details here, but we are starting a petition. I'm not pushing mine too hard right now. I'll just have it ready just in case. But if you know of a petition from one of the family members, let me know, and that way I can just cancel mine. But anyways, guys, I want to say I really do appreciate you guys taking time to care and check out these videos, and I will see you guys soon.